Hello, my name's David Belvin. Doing my first ever video. Just got myself a GoPro Hero 8 Black a few days ago. Went through a couple different mics because there's really no explanation on there, like really describing exactly what type of mic you need. I mean, if it's a TRS or a TRRS or you know, the different brands. So finally was able to get a microphone that actually works. I tried a wireless one that I thought was going to be really cool because, I mean, you don't have the hassle of trying to wrap up all the cord inside my helmet. But of course it didn't work. So I have a wired one right now. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. I'll have to link it down below in the video. But yeah, I just wanted to I know I've seen a lot of people doing motovlogs. I mean, technically named motovlog for motorcycles, but I'm riding an e-bike. But I mean, I don't know if this is a normal e-bike. Oh no, look at this. This guy's taking up the entire road. I usually don't get off the road for these guys. I usually stay on the road, but this is the one time, because he's so big, that I will. Because he wasn't looking like he was getting off at all. Okay, get back to what I was talking about. I don't even remember what I was talking about. I got completely distracted by that FedEx van that happened to get off the road. But yeah, I've seen a lot of other oh yeah, okay, so motovlog being for motorcycles, but I mean, I built this e-bike and it's been a real progression. I'll tell you what, I started out with a 500 watt 12 AH battery that was purchased from Amazon. It came in a big box and I had to assemble it. Okay, that was last year, and I'm gonna say August. I never biked before that. I had a bike for 1 month. It was a gas powered bike. I'm not even gonna include that because it was belligerent and loud, and that was the reason why I got rid of it to get the e-bike, was because it was so much more quieter. Granted, it didn't have as much power, that 500 watt, but it was a lot quieter, and I liked that. I didn't want to announce that I was coming around the corner, you know, a mile before I got there. But so I got a 500 watt 12 AH battery. I think it was a Tot Guard from Amazon. I think it cost me like $600, and it was I mean, it wasn't very good. I mean, it had the speed control in it where you could only, you know, do a max of like 20 miles an hour. It just wasn't a very good bike, but you get what you pay for. I mean, and you also get, when you buy something all put together by somebody else, you know, just like a computer, you know, you pay a lot and you don't get that much. But if you know what you're doing and you can build it yourself, then of course you can spend less money because you kind of cut out the person that's putting it together, the manufacturer. So this bike, like I said, I started out with a 500 watt Tot Guard, and then I just started investigating, and I wanted to know how the bike works. And because you know, when I first got it, I just was gonna get it and ride. But you know, me being me, I didn't like doing 20 miles an hour. I wanted to go faster, and I realized that there was no amount of tweaking that bike that was going to get me to go any faster. It could only go as fast as it can go. Yeah, so I upgraded to a 1000 watt, and then with a 15 AH battery. Still wasn't happy with that. I kept the bike, the Tot Guard bike, the frame basically. And I'm still using the frame because it's a great frame. It's a hardtail, but it's heavy duty. It's specifically designed to handle the weight and the torque from an e-bike, not like, you know, some of the lighter carbon fiber bikes that with 3,000 watts pushing behind it, you know, will probably twist the whole end of it up and end up losing a tire. So, but I ended up upgrading that 1000 watt to a 1500 with a 20 AH battery, and I think that I got that one up to like a max speed of like 33 miles an hour, maybe 34, but that was like a one-time deal. It usually averaged around 30-31 miles an hour, and I come to realization that 1,000 watt and 1,500 watt, they're pretty much the same thing. I mean, you're gonna get a little bit of torque, yeah, okay, and on a good day, like no wind, perfect, you might get like, you know, 2 miles, 3 miles more an hour. But for the price difference between the two, and how much the 1,500 sucks on your battery, the 1,000 watt is a way better of a deal. I mean, sometimes you can get it for $70 to $100 cheaper than a 1,500 watt, and you're getting around the same speed, and the torque's not much of a difference when you're on it. You really can't tell the difference. I mean, if you're gonna, you know, measure it, but immeasurable and feeling, two different things, and you can't feel it on the bike, really. You might, maybe a little bit on the takeoff, you're gonna feel a little bit of it, you know, you might take off the line an extra second faster, but whoop-de-doo. So I got that 1,500 watt, and again, I don't know, maybe me, wasn't happy with it, wanted to go faster. So I'm all talking to the microphone and not paying attention, ran off the road. Oh well, good thing I'm on a back road and there's no traffic, so no worries. So that was a progression that I went through last year, and again, like I said, I kept this frame from the 500 watt, and I decided to upgrade to a 3,000 watt. It's a 72 volt 3,000 watt system, and how you doing? And that I got from Alibaba, but it was stocked here in the United States, so I got a really good deal on it. It came with it's an MB power. It came with you know, it was the kit you get, you know, I think it was like $650 or something like that. And the battery that I originally got was a 72 volt 40 AH battery. I wasn't very happy with that battery. I purchased it knowing what I bought, but not quite understanding how heavy it really was going to be once I put it on the bike. It wasn't a triangle size battery. It was a square, like a legitimate square, and it weighed 49 pounds. And that doesn't seem that heavy, you know. I mean, I'm about 190, you know, but when you add 50 pounds, that's square, that can't go in the triangle area, there's only really one spot for it. Being as tall as it was about 11 inches squared. So I had to put on the back frame behind my seat, and I swear to God, it 72 volt, this thing would literally, with having that extra 50 pounds in the back, and then me, you know, sitting on it, would pop wheelies. And so I would literally have to ride it in first gear to be able to take off. I couldn't take off in third gear. So I had that for a while before I could change it out. I still have that battery. I think I only put like maybe 30-40 miles on it. I mean, the battery lasts for 5 years. It's not a lithium, it's a LiFePO battery, which isn't the same thing as lithium. They weigh more. There's less chance of catching fire from the videos. Those fire videos are not what they seem at all. They're not being explained properly to the public in those videos. They're for shock and awe value to get people to click on links. But I can make another video and explain why I'm saying this, in my opinion on it. But again, that's the reason why I weighed so much, was because it wasn't a lithium battery. It was lithium phosphate. So, but I had to get rid of it. I ended up upgrading to a 72 volt 60 AH lithium battery that is a rectangle shaped battery. And what I did was I built out of triangle shaped brackets. They were made out of carbon fiber steel. I took that and made like I put end to end and made like a box almost that sits on top of my top tube, so it doesn't interfere with my knees at all, but it's almost kind of in between my knees, kind of like what a gas tank would be on a motorcycle. And then I have it mounted there with straps, and I did a video like last month showing what my bike looked like, and you can see what the battery looks like mounted there, and I kind of described it a little bit better. But it looks good, and it doesn't move at all. I mean, at all. And it doesn't interfere with my riding, and I actually like it. Especially being mounted in the middle of the bike, and then with me sitting on the middle of the bike, it's not throwing me off when I go to get on it or take off or anything like that. I mean, it was on the back, that other battery. It literally felt like I was gonna tip over a lot. So, but yeah, that's the progression. So now I got the 72 volt 3000 watt battery. Put my turn signal on, make sure nobody's coming. And this bike is awesome. I've had it now. I purchased it and I got this new battery put on it, because I'm not gonna talk about with the old battery I first purchased it, but just when I got this new battery on it and riding it, it's been about a month and a half now, and it's been pretty awesome. This bike, I haven't hit the top speed on it. Okay, I think all said and done, it could probably hit 65 miles an hour. I'm not exaggerating. I've hit it to 50 miles an hour, 55 miles an hour. My max speed is 55. And I've hit that in 4th gear. So I know that it could probably get between 60-65 miles an hour. Is that safe? And no. And that's the reason why I've only gone 55 miles an hour, and that was only once. Generally speaking, I like to have the power there when I need it, but I don't use it all the time. I generally run this bike on average around between 38 and 43 miles an hour is generally the speed that I keep it at. And just keep myself a little bit safer, I have Wormwood tires. They're street legal 27.5 inch tires that are 2.5 inch wide. So they're like a happy medium between a regular style mountain bike tire and a fat bike tire, which means I get more access to the ground, more traction, and it just makes me feel safer. And to top it off, I bought Tannis inserts. They were pretty pricey, $50 a piece, but I mean, I feel safe. I'm not going to get a flat. This bike altogether with the battery on it weighs like 140, 150 pounds, and I got a flat about a month ago. Yeah, I got a flat about a month ago, and the only way to get the bike on in the middle of the road was to have my fiance come with a pickup truck, and I had to pick it up. She helped a little bit in the front, but one of us had to get in, one of us had to get out. So on the back side, so literally had to pick up the whole thing in the back to get it loaded up, and that wasn't fun. And I really don't want to ever have to do that again. So the $100 for the 2 Tannis inserts was well worth it. I don't know about putting them in, because that really pained my soul. I think it took like 3 hours, because you got to put a tube in it too, and I have the slime tubes just for added purposes, so guaranteed not to get a flat. But now I finally feel safe riding, and I'm not going to run over a screw or something like that. And thankfully, as you can tell from the scenery where we're at here, there's fields everywhere, right? This is Northwest Ohio, and you know, kind of thankful for that, because, like, you know, the people that I see in the videos that are riding in, you know, the Southwest, where they got thorns that are inch big, every time you take off, you run into a 1-inch thorn that is basically like a knife, popping tires left and right. I'm real thankful that I don't have to deal with that, really. And I really feel sorry for him, because I'd be so, just to be honest, pissed off if I had to worry about blowing a tire out every time I went to ride my bike. I mean, like, that would really take the fun out of it, you know, having to constantly worry about that in the back of your head, you know. The worst thing I got to worry about is maybe accidentally, you know, a screw or nail or something in the rail pops up. But again, with the Tannis inserts, I feel pretty confident that I don't have to worry about that. The GoPro that I have, like I said, is a GoPro Hero 8 Black. I have it mounted on the very top of my helmet. It's a full face helmet that lifts up. I was going to mount it to the bike or to the front of my mask. I actually had a mount for a cheaper action camera that I had gotten for Christmas, that I think it lasts like 15 minutes. I actually have that mounted on the very back of the bike, which is pretty cool. Like I said, it only lasts 15 minutes, and I have a little remote for it that I can turn on, and it's really, I only have it there for emergency purposes. It says, like, some, you know, stupid idiot wants to, like, ride me really hard, you know, with their car in the back, and I feel unsafe, or they try to run me off the road or anything like that. I could turn that on and record them. So that's pretty much the only reason why it's there. I do have a 4.3 inch rear view camera on it. It doesn't record or anything, but it allows me to look into the display on the front of the bike and to see if cars are riding up on me and stuff like that, which that is, oh my god. I have 2 mirrors, but nothing like that camera. That's 1080p. That it's a lifesaver, really. With the mirrors, yeah, I constantly have to look to the left, to the right, and then it diverts my eyes' attention from the road. Glancing down real quickly and looking back up, I feel a lot safer. So yeah, getting ready to roll into town. Oh, let's let this guy go. Well, he's hauling pretty good there for a tractor. Yeah. So yeah, I was gonna come up with a theme to talk about, because I know that's kind of like what, you know, everybody does, is they come up with a theme to talk about. But being that was my first video, I kind of wanted to just go over my bike and just lightly chit chat, you know. And I'll come up with a theme for the next video. Anybody that watched this and there's something that you would like me to talk about, you know, feel free to add it in the comments. I mean, I don't know everything, but I do have a wealth of knowledge. I know it's only been a year, but in that year I've literally learned how to do every single facet, from you know, dealing with the MOSFETs inside of the controller, to soldering the battery, doing all the rewiring, changing every single tool facet on the bike. So if anybody has, and then dealing with different kinds of styles of bikes, different kinds of controllers online, buying from Alibaba or Amazon. So like I said, I got a wealth of knowledge, and if there's a theme that you want to talk about, and then you'd like me to, like, you know, delve into, I'd be happy to do that. So yeah, feel free to pop that into the comments. And this has been fun. I can't wait to actually check this video out myself and see what it looks like, because I did a short video last night in the low light, like around, I don't know, 8 o'clock at night, just to see if the microphone was working properly, and the GoPro worked pretty good. But this is the first actual video where I have it lined up, and yeah, pretty stoked about it. So if this video works out pretty good, and you know, I get kind of some good feedback on YouTube, I definitely will make another one, and we'll go from there. So thanks again for watching, and yeah, hit up the comments, and I guess subscribe to my new channel. I'll definitely have more videos every time I ride. So you guys take it easy. Bye.